All right. I just want to start off saying that one of my goals with this channel is to stay true to myself and just to be real. And I don't want to be one of those people who dress up fancy or something like that, or have the perfect lighting or the perfect camera, or they hire an editor to edit everything to be absolutely perfect, or where I make mistakes and I cut out these things. I'm going to keep all that stuff in. um, and the reason why is because I just think that there's like a lot of fake stuff out there. And a lot of people will just turn on this personality for the camera, and they're very different than they are in their real life and stuff like that. And I just want to stay true to myself, maybe to inspire other people to be true to themselves too. This is one of the biggest things that I believe in life. So I'm not the best reader or anything like that. Uh, but I still want to share my message of these things that I've found that have helped me out in my life to help out you in your life. So this is definitely going to be part three of the complete works of Epictetus. And we're technically moving on to discourses now that we're done with the Enchiridion. But now, although it's possible for us to make just one thing the object of care in our devotion, we prefer to care for and be attached to many things: body, possession, brother, friend, child, slave. And this attachment to many things weighs and drags us down. That's why, if the weather stops us from setting sail, we sit and fume, constantly peering outside. Which direction is the wind coming from? The north. Damn. When is it going to blow from the west? In its own good time, my friend. Or when the gods decide. After all, it was the gods, not you, whom God made the steward of the winds. So, what must we do? Make the best of what is up to us, and take everything else as it comes. And how does it come? As God wishes. So, what resources do we need to have at hand for circumstances like these? Just the knowledge of what is and isn't mine, and what is and isn't possible for me. I am condemned to death. Do I have to die moaning and groaning as well? To incarceration? Do I have to complain about it? To exile? Is there anyone stopping me from going with a smile, joyful and content? Divulge your secrets. I refuse, because that's something that's up to me. I'll clap you in irons. What are you talking about, man? Me? You'll shackle my leg, but not even Zeus can conquer my will. I'll throw you in prison. My body? I'll cut off your head. Well, have you ever heard me suggest that I'm unique in having a non-detachable head? These are the ideas to which people who take up philosophy should apply themselves, which they should write about every day, and in which they should train themselves. That's what it's like to have trained oneself properly, to have made desire immune to impediment and aversion, immune to encountering what it wants to avoid. I am condemned to death. If it happens straight away, I die. If after a short delay, I eat first, since the time has come for it. And then I'll die later. How? As is proper for someone who's giving back what was not their own. In short, if we look carefully, we'll find that nothing distresses a rational being as much as what is unreasonable, and conversely, that nothing attracts it as much as what is reasonable. But people's view of what's reasonable and unreasonable differ, just as their views of good and bad do. And what is it or is not expedient? This, above all, is why we need education, so that we learn how to adjust our preconceptions of what's reasonable and unreasonable until they fit a particular instance in a way that conforms with nature. In order to determine what is and isn't reasonable, we not only take account of the values of external things, but each of us also take his role into consideration. For one person, it's reasonable to fetch someone else's chamber pot, because he's focused on the fact that if he doesn't do it, he'll be flogged and denied food, while if he does, nothing unpleasant or painful will happen to him. But another person not only considers it unbearable to do that, but can't stand even the idea of someone else doing it. So if you ask me, should I or shouldn't I fetch the chamber pot? I'll reply that being fed is preferably to being denied food, and that being thrashed is less preferable than not being thrashed. And that therefore, if these are the criteria by which you measure what's in your interest, you should go and fetch it. But that's not the kind of person I am. That's something for you, not me, to take into account in your deliberations. After all, you are the only one who knows himself, which is to say, you know how much you're worth or yourself, at what price you'll sell yourself. The price differs for different people. The point is that as soon as someone starts to deliberate about this kind of thing, weighing up the relative values of external and making decisions on that basis, he's not far off being one of those people who are unaware of his own role. I mean, what are you asking me? Which is preferable, death or life? Life, of course. Pain or pleasure? Pleasure, of course. But if I refuse to take part in the tragedy, I'll lose my mind. Go ahead then, take part. But I won't. Why me and not you? Because you're thinking of yourself just one thread in a toga. Meaning what? You're bound to care about how to be similar to other people, just as a thread too wants to be no different from all the other threads. But I would like to be purple, the little bit of brightness that makes all the rest seem fair and lovely. So why are you telling me to conform to the majority? How is that the case? Would I be purple? The only thing you need to take into consideration is the price at which you will sell your will. Listen, man, whatever you do, don't sell it cheap. But it may be the exceptional greatness belongs to others, to Socrates and others like him. In short, in any field of endeavor, we don't let the recognition that won't reach the peak make us stop trying. I think I'm going to stop the video for here because the next bit is going to be a longer part that I highlighted a whole entire little letter or whatever it is. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.